let's draw this interior together completely from scratch on my iPad. Here's a brief breakdown of our drawing process. First, we'll start with quick scribbles to define the overall composition of our future drawing. Then we'll move on to neat underlines, followed by applying base colors and shadows. And the final step is to turn our sketch into magic. Ready to get started? Me too, so let's jump right into it. I'm Anna, and this is a channel about iPad art, interior design tips, and creative insights. Find even more inspiration on my Instagram. Now we can get started.
You plus me, that's endless celebration. I know you feel it, you know you see it, I know you hear it.
And this is my drawing studio for today. Just look at these colors. What an inspirational studio to work from, right? I'm so looking forward to getting started.
So back in town, we got aunties, uncles flying in, we bout to touch down.
So here on the screen, you're seeing the gallery of my sketches that I've created so far. Now we're going to create a new canvas size by clicking on this plus symbol at the top right. And the next step is to click inside this box with another plus symbol. Next, we're going to switch to centimeters and tap 22 by 27 centimeters. I generally don't recommend going lower than 300 dpi because then the quality might be a little bit blurry and we don't want that, right? I prefer working with 450 dpi because my iPad allows me to work with enough layers in this case. So make sure that you have at least like 20 or even 30 layers to work with, like in best case. But if you don't have so many layers to draw on, then make sure to lower the number of DPI to 300, but please don't go lower than that, okay? 300, I have 77 layers to work with. It'll be more than enough. I'm gonna hit create, and this is where I'm gonna be creating this beautiful composition. At this stage, I'd like to mention something very quickly. In this video, we'll be creating this interior in a very quick drawing technique without going into all the details. Because when it comes to drawing interiors, even exteriors, there are multiple drawing techniques you can visualize your ideas in. There is an integrated drawing technique, there is a mixed drawing technique, there is a detailed drawing technique, and there is a super quick sketch drawing technique, if I can describe it that way. And in our today's video, we'll be using the last one, the quick drawing technique, because we don't have much time, right? I don't want this video to be like 5 hours long or something like that. And that's why I'd like to show you that crucial technique, which is super suitable for bringing your ideas to life in a very quick but still high quality way. Let's get started. I'd like to share a super cool hack with you. If you're not really sure about the composition for your future interior or whatever you're currently drawing, you can simply use your phone and experiment with different angles and perspectives, and your space doesn't have to be like fully furnished, as in my case, right? It can totally be an empty space without any furniture items, without like anything. And with your phone, you can simply see which corner would be perfect for visualizing your own interior design concept. So for instance, I'm not really sure whether I should go with this corner perspective or whether I should go with this 1 point perspective. So I'm currently trying to figure out which perspective should I stick to. Either this one or this one. I'd love to ask for your opinion, but the thing is that this is not a live video. This is not our live drawing webinar, so I have to figure out everything myself, and only after the video has been edited, you can share your opinion on that. So I don't know, seriously, because I really like both of them. Here, I like the simplicity of the perspective because it's just, 1 point perspective. But here we have a 2 point perspective, which makes the drawing a little bit more interesting. Okay, I'll let you know, I guess. Drumroll please, the decision has been made. I decided to go with this corner perspective so that the future drawing looks more interesting compared to just one point perspective. But I have to confess that this is not my photo. I actually cheated a little bit and decided to take a look at the Instagram page of the studio and figure out which perspective they have there. So I decided to go with this one. Can't wait to finally get started because I've been talking a little bit too much. Hope you don't mind, and see you on the other side of the iPad of my drawing or whatever. Anyway, let's get started.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in a dark, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming, just wait and see. It's a good, good. There ain't nothing like this right here. Got me seeing things crystal clear. So high I can fight them all. It's gonna feel. There's a fire underneath my feet. Got me rolling like a river deep. Let it flow, 'cause I know that my soul's telling me up. Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in a dark, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming, just wait and see. It's a good, good thing.
Our neat underlines are done, and that means that we can move on to the step number 3, which is applying base colors, shadows, and underlines. But before that, let me quickly show you where we started. So I'm going to hold my pencil down for a second. And this is that quick rough sketch without any details. And then based on it, we created our neat underlines and prepared our drawing for the next step. So this is what I've created so far, and it's time to show you a super cool hack on how to use PNG libraries, the ones I always talk about when I draw. So here on the screen you're seeing some of my previous sketches, and I'm going to copy paste this vase so that I don't have to draw it from scratch over and over again, because the perspective is more or less the same. The color suits me perfectly, so why don't I use it instead of having to draw it once again? Here, this vase has its own separate layer, and that means that all I have to do is to swipe 3 fingers down the screen, click copy, then I'm gonna click undo so that the sketch is now as it was before. And the next step is to swipe 3 fingers down the screen again and click paste. And this is the base I'd like to use here. Of course, it's not 100% the same, but using the selection tool, we can adjust it in such a way so that the perspective suits us perfectly, like this. I'm currently using the distort option. The warp feature would also work. Please take your time to adjust the vase in case you'd like to use any other vase. So basically you can, integrate any elements you like. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this or that drawing or whatever. Okay, and here we go. This is the end of the step number 3. That means that we can move on to the final stage of our drawing process, adding magic to our sketch. Let's go. I'm gonna be drawing sitting on this beautiful sofa. At the same time, I'm recording my screen so that you can follow the drawing process too. And let's go. I'm currently working on the topmost layer so that I can hide all those black underlines. Remember, we created at the beginning of our drawing process. And I think the stage will last like, I don't know, from 10 to 20 minutes max, because the entire composition is done. All the colors have been applied. I really like all the shadows, and to be honest, this is such a gorgeous drawing. And considering the fact that it was a quick sketch, the quality is outstanding. So let's go. With the pillow, it'll be more comfortable. And this is the final sketch. Every time I'm amazed how digital drawing imitates real materials while maintaining the necessary flexibility of digital drawing. Love the result. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for drawing, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.